The stroke commonly referred to as freestyle is also known as Australian crawl or front crawl and is used for competition, recreation and survival swimming. In competition, freestyle is an event where any stroke can be swum. Australian crawl is the fastest known stroke and therefore swum in the freestyle event. The overarm action, continuous kick, flat streamlined body position, side breathing and body rotation cause the body to move through the water in the most efficient and effective way of all the strokes. The body position in freestyle is on the front, in a flat, streamlined, relaxed and as close to horizontal position as possible. The head is raised slightly so that the water is passing the forehead with the hips and legs just under the surface. The common term for the freestyle kick is the flutter kick, as the feet appear to flutter at the surface. The legs should be relaxed with the movement beginning at the top of the legs. The leg flexes slightly at the knee prior to the downbeat and then straightens on the upbeat. As a teacher, you should be looking for the leg action to be smooth and continuous. It is important for teachers to have a sound understanding of the freestyle arm action before attempting to teach it. The freestyle arm action is made up of a series of components that occur in an integrated sequence. These major components are entry, catch, pull, push, and recovery. The hand entry into the water should be smooth with a relatively high elbow and a raised wrist. The fingers and the hand enter the water first, approximately on the shoulder line. After the entry, the hand pushes forward slightly and also slightly downwards. As the elbow reaches the extended position, the other hand is completing its propulsive pushing action under the hips. The catch is made following the entry of the hand. It is the initial part of the pull and is performed with the wrist slightly flexed. The little finger leads the hand in a slightly outward sweep, which applies force against the water and assists in propelling the body forward. The entry and catch component are considered to be the most important aspects of the stroke. At the completion of the catch, the elbow has begun to flex and the hand begins a downward and outward pathway. As the hand approaches its deepest point, the down sweep is rounded off into an in sweep. At this point, the elbow is flexed at right angles in a position approximately under the shoulders. The push phase commences at the end of the in-sweep, approximately under the student's chest. During the propulsive phase of the push, the hand moves backwards, outwards and upwards. Pressure created by this action propels the body forward. The push phase is considered to be the most propulsive part of the arm stroke. The recovery commences at the end of the upward push movement of the hand. The desired arm recovery is with a high elbow action initiated by a roll of the shoulder with the hand passing close to the side of the body. The hand travels upwards, slightly outwards and forwards during the first half of the recovery. The arm then extends forwards and downwards as the hand slides gracefully into the water for the next catch. As teachers, it is recommended to use the whole skill method when introducing arm strokes. Only when students have difficulty with skills or require further development should the skill be taught in individual parts. For early beginners, students can be encouraged to make large arm circles when learning the arm action initially. Then, as they gain confidence and their skills progress, teachers can refine the technique to a more technically correct stroke. The arm actions will cause the body to roll naturally along its long axis. Breathing should occur as the head rolls with the body's movement rather than being lifted out of the water. Breathing in should commence as the recovery arm enters the water and the body rolls naturally to the side. Breathing out should occur immediately as the mouth is turned back underwater and continue until the mouth returns to the surface. Teachers should be looking to encourage that the breath is gently blown out and that students are not holding their breath while the face is underwater. Watch the following swimmers to see some common faults and some helpful tips on how to fix them. Here we see the swimmer with their head held too high in the water, causing greater frontal resistance as the legs are quite low in the water. Teachers can encourage students to look slightly forward in the water so that the water is across the forehead. Practicing streamlining skills and working on the overall efficiency of the stroke is also useful in this instance. An important teaching tip to remember is that the angle of the body can be adjusted by the position of the head. This is a common fault that sees the swimmer moving in a zigzag pattern. Some tips to correct include: practice using a kickboard by placing the hand on the lower edge of the board. Slow motion swimming to control the roll of the body. Controlling the hand's entry point by dragging the fingertips across the surface of the water. Here we can see the swimmer demonstrating a poor kick. The legs are low and the knees are bending excessively, which is causing greater resistance. Some tips to correct involve: kicking drills on land to minimise the leg bend or hip flexion. Practicing kicking with small, fast flutter kicks. Some ways these drills can be done include either by sitting on the wall or while holding onto the wall while in the water. A simple drill to encourage your students to avoid holding their breath while the face is underwater is to stand holding the wall and practice breathing to the side. Emphasis is placed on blowing bubbles gradually into the water. As teachers, you should be looking out for the overall timing or flow of the stroke rather than the precision of the individual components. Some key points to look out for include: smoothness as one arm takes over from the other, a high in the water body position with good head position also, good body alignment with balanced movements, and efficient use of the legs.